This is a Game Boy macro. The only reason it exists is because it had a DS with a broken top screen, and I only really played Game Boy Advance games anyways. So I'm going to show you what I did and how I built mine. Alright, so here it is, the Game Boy macro. It's pretty cool. It's got a nice machined aluminum top cover. It's really nicely anodized red. But yeah, it's made from a DS. I got this Easy Flash cartridge in there that has all my games in it. Just takes a SD card. Alright, so I've already showed this thing off a little bit. I'm going to get into further detail about what it took to build it. I'm going to show you what it might take if you're going to build it yourself. So I've already built it once. I'm just going to disassemble it and kind of point out the individual pieces. Okay, let's get into it. Alright, so we're just going to get right into breaking this thing down. First, you got a couple pieces you have to take off the back. Little rubber pieces. Boop. Boop. It's just a Phillips. And I like to also take off this back screw for the battery cover. Take the battery out like that. Your bumper's gonna come out right there. Yeah. This screw right here and this screw right here have to come out before you can take the board off. So after that screws out, just drop it carefully like that. Nintendo Switch speaker soldered in right here, so you gotta be really careful. Okay, there we go, and then we can pop our little membrane pads out for the buttons. Alright, this faceplate right here is made by Boxy Pixel. It's machined out of aluminum and it's just really nice and sleek. It really brings this kind of build together. If you don't have one of those, you're going to have these jagged pieces that stick out of the top from where you cut the hinges off of your DS. Alright, so whenever I was taking this apart, I accidentally pulled a little bit too hard and disconnected this Nintendo Switch speaker. So I'm just going to re-solder it back together and hopefully it'll be a fine connection. Alright, so I'm just going to put this Kapton tape right back over this so it doesn't short out. And it just kind of hangs out right there. So that's one of the mods you have to do. You have to solder these pins and a couple wires to this ground right here, and then this one, the SPLO, to right there. And then let's go ahead and get this thing reassembled. Then you just take this, sit it back in its case lightly. Make sure the volume rocker's in the right position. Boop. You have one screw right here, and then one screw right here that needs to be putting down before you can go ahead and screw it all together. Alright, so after you got to this point, you just want to get your membranes and buttons on the front cover. You can turn it around, put the speaker right into place, just slowly drop it in. So after you snap it all to place, you just have to put the screws back in. Thanks everybody who stayed at the end. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. If you have any cool ideas for any videos or any prop ideas, just leave it down in the comments and we'll get to it. Other than that, we'll see y'all in the next one.